The year is 2012, and in a sun-scorched pocket of Arnhem Land, in Australia's remote Northern Territory, a small team of archaeologists kneels inside a rock shelter that has watched over this landscape for longer than any human mind can easily grasp. The site is called Madjedbebe. To the untrained eye, it looks like nothing more than a shallow overhang of sandstone, streaked orange and red, tucked beneath an escarpment on Mirarr traditional land. But beneath its dusty floor lies something that will, within 5 years, force the entire field of human migration science to tear up its textbooks. Nobody digging that day fully understands what they are about to find. Not yet. Part 1. The dig begins. Rewind further to 1973. An archaeologist named Carmel White is the first to formally excavate this shelter, then known by the name Malacunanja II. She uncovers stone tools and ochre fragments and dates the site to roughly 20,000 years old, already ancient by any European standard, older than the pyramids by thousands of years. But 20,000 years, it turns out, is only the beginning of the story. In 1989, a husband and wife team, Rhys Jones and Rhys Jones's colleague Bert Roberts, returned to the site using a new dating technique called thermoluminescence. Their results are staggering, somewhere between 50,000 and 60,000 years old. The scientific community reacts with a mixture of excitement and deep suspicion. Extraordinary claims, after all, require extraordinary evidence, and in 1989, the evidence feels shaky. Critics argue the sediment layers might have been disturbed. Termites, water, burrowing animals, any of these could have dragged younger artifacts down into older soil, creating a false illusion of antiquity. The claim is shelved, contested, and largely dismissed by the mainstream. But the site does not let go so easily. Fast forward to 2012, a researcher named Chris Clarkson, an archaeologist from the University of Queensland with a reputation for meticulous excavation methods, leads a new team back to Madjedbebe. He is joined by geoarchaeologists, dating specialists, and critically representatives of the Mirarr traditional owners, whose ancestors have lived on and cared for this land for longer than recorded history anywhere else on Earth. This time, the excavation will be different. Every grain of sand will be tracked. Every layer will be mapped in 3 dimensions. If this site really is as old as the earlier researchers believed, this team intends to prove it beyond doubt. What they find will not just confirm the old claim, it will blow past it entirely, digging into deep time. By 2015, 3 years into the renewed excavation, Clarkson's team has uncovered more than 11,000 stone artifacts, along with grinding stones, ochre crayons, and remnants of pigment processing evidence not of primitive survival, but of art, ritual, and technological sophistication. Ground-edge axes are found here, tools so advanced that similar technology does not appear in Europe for tens of thousands of years afterward. This alone raises eyebrows. But it is the dating results that truly detonate. Using a technique called optically stimulated luminescence, a method that measures when quartz grains were last exposed to sunlight, the team dates the deepest artifact-bearing layer. The number that comes back is almost unbelievable. 65,000 years, give or take a small margin of error, 65,000 years. To put that in perspective, that is more than 10,000 years before the widely accepted out-of-Africa migration models suggested modern humans had even reached South Asia, let alone crossed open ocean to a continent no one had ever seen. It means the ancestors of Aboriginal Australians built and used seaworthy craft, navigated across dozens of kilometers of open water between the Indonesian archipelago and the Australian landmass, tens of thousands of years before anything comparable is recorded anywhere else on the planet. Bert Roberts, one of the original researchers from 1989, now decades older, and finally vindicated, later reflects that the new dates confirm what he had long suspected but could never adequately prove. His early data, mocked and shelved for over 20 years, turns out to have been remarkably close to the truth all along. But not everyone is convinced, and this is where the real controversy begins.